Hey you guys, welcome to Frozen Fiction. Today we will be going over my February wrap-up, but since I started my channel in the middle of February, it's just going to be from then on, and my March TBR. For my February wrap-up, I did not do reviews on all of these because they weren't on my TBR for this month, and I read like a lot of books, so doing videos on all of them would take a lot of time that I don't have. So I will give the ones I read like short spurts inside this video. So since I started my channel, I have read a total of 11 books, which is definitely not as much as I usually read, but I definitely have slowed down and started like taking in more of the books and appreciating them for what they are instead of just like reading constantly. To start this list, we have The Roommate by Kendall Ryan, More by Stephanie Stern, The Dragon's Lair by Chantel Fernando. They were all pretty solid, but I read them in between the other books I was doing reviews on, so it was more just like books and breaks that I was just trying to get done. So I didn't retain as much, and I didn't fall in love with any of the stories. The next book I read was Last Wish by Helen Harper, and I really like this series. The Last Wish is the 4th book in the series, and it's kind of like the adult version of the Black Blade series by Jennifer Estep. So it's a bunch of mythical families with like mob personas and feuds, except there's a fairy spin on it, so if you like that sort of thing, I do recommend it. Then I read the Highlander trilogy by Donna Fletcher, and that was just another like really quick one. It was good, but it didn't like stick with me. It wasn't that different from any other like historical romance that I've read. And then the last 4 books are the ones that I've done reviews on and were on my TBR list. So A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black, The Iron Warrior by Julie Kagawa, and These Work and Stars by Amie Kaufman. So those were the 11 books I've read this month. If you've read any of them, comment below. I would love to talk to you about them. Moving on to my March TBR. In celebration of Jennifer Estep's post about writing a spin-off series, I will be rereading all of the Mythos Academy series and doing videos on all of them, and I am planning on doing a week of Gwen Frost where I do a review video every single day. There are 6 books, so that will take me up to 6 days, and then the last day I'm going to have a video on a week of Gwen Frost where I dress up like Gwen Frost for a week, and you guys can see me totally be a nerd and a fangirl. After that, I have Stolen by Melissa de la Cruz. This is book 2. It's kind of like a Dragon Shifter series. I read the first one last year, I think. I remember it being really good, and I was always looking forward to reading the second, and I just got my hands on it, so yay! After that, I have Evermore by Brenda, Pandos. It's book 4 inside the Mertale series, and I read all the other ones, so this is just me trying to like finish up the series. I recall really liking the first few, so I have high expectations to like this one, but I'm not really sure because I haven't read the other ones in such a long time. Last one I have is Sisters in War by Christina Asquith. I think I pronounced that right. I believe it's about Islamic girls' views inside the Middle East and their fights for like education and that, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, I just kind of like picked it up. As a side note, I have Fallen Completely by Aidan Willow also on here, which I actually just finished before filming this, so it's on my March TBR, but it's already done, so oops. So that equals 10 books for this month. I'm really excited. Hopefully I don't go over that so I can like spend more time on schoolwork and this channel. The next part of this video is going to be where I'm planning on taking the channel in the future. So this entire thing has been kind of a learning curve for me, and I kind of figured out like while I was editing, like doing 2 reviews in 1 video is just kind of like a lot. So I'm going to be doing reviews. So I'm going to be doing reviews on books 1 book at a time, and then I'm not going to start doing reviews on series that I've already read. If I start a new series, I will do reviews on that going forward with those books. But like when I had the Iron Warrior and I didn't have any videos on any of the previous books, but like without the videos for the future books, it just didn't make a lot of sense to me on like why I was doing it. That is where I'm planning on taking this. If you guys have any suggestions for me, please comment below or message me. I'd really appreciate it. Also, I would like to point out that my to reads list only got longer this month because everyone gave me like such good book suggestions, and all the books I read were not on my to reads list. So I'm gonna try like cutting that down too and only reading books on my to reads list. Hopefully that works well, but knowing me and my just like addiction to reading, it's like not going well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for you guys who watched that long. Please subscribe and comment below. I'd love to hear from all of you guys. Thanks, bye.